Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Zach, and good morning to you, Zach. I know you're watching in Ontario today. I hope you're having lots of sun there today because we're actually going to talk about the sun, and we're also going to talk about the moon. So today's class might be a teensy bit longer than the ones we've had before. It might be about, 1 second. Do you need to fix something? I can hear my own voice going back. Okay, fixed. Morning, Kyle. So we're going to talk about the sun and what in the yoga world we do to celebrate the sun and also what we do to celebrate the moon. So tomorrow is a special day. Tomorrow is the very first day of summer, called the summer solstice. And I'm going to teach you how to do a sun salutation. And the reason why we would do a sun salutation is to wake ourselves up. So Kyle's going to really benefit from that.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, Kyle's really tired today. And why we would do a moon salutation, which is the complement or the partner of the sun salutation. And we would do the moon salutation more in the evening, maybe to relax or before going to bed.
I hate the moon salutation.
Or even if you wanted to just take a little bit of a break at the middle part of your day. All right, so we're going to do a sun salutation to wake ourselves up. I'll teach you also how to do a modified one. All right, let's stand. Let's come to standing. So you can either stand with your feet hip distance apart. I think we've learned before how to measure what that distance is. You take your two fists together and place them right between your feet. If you want to challenge your balance this morning, you could take your big toes together to touch with a little gap between your heels. Up to you. Bring your hands together to touch. Thumbs press in right to the center of your chest. Tuck your chin, bow your head. Close down your eyes. And so one of the things that is often done before we do a sun salutation or begin a yoga practice in general is to think of something like a prayer or an intention, maybe even a dedication to something or someone. And so, dedicating to Zach's mom, Cindy, maybe.
Your late father.
And maybe just quietly in your head, think of something special for yourself. And hopefully this special thing that you're thinking of is something that you can carry with you throughout the entire day. Good work. Okay, open up your eyes and take your hands up and over top of your head with your hands facing upward. When we face our hands upward, it opens up our shoulders and our chest. Good. Reach up. And then bring your hands right down the middle of you all the way back to your heart. Do that again. Reach your hands all the way up. Bring your hands all the way down. So think of your arms as being like the sun. The sun rises, goes all the way up, shines on us all day if it's not too cloudy. And then it sets. Comes all the way back down to where it started. Do one more like that. Breathe in as you take your arms up. Breathe out as you take your hands right down the center of you. Good work. All right, I want you to step to the top part of your yoga mat, so the smaller part, okay? And we're going to do, as Kyle requested, a half sun salutation, and then I'm going to teach you how to do a full sun salutation. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Take your hands up. Reach all the way up. Look up if you can. Now here's where it changes. Take your hands, your palms to face down, and then go all the way down. Soften your knees, drop your head. Take your hands, glide them up your shins. Stop halfway, look forward with your eyes. Keep your knees nice and soft. Drop your head, forward fold. Okay. Inhale, reach all the way up. Inhale means to breathe in. Exhale means to breathe out. Hands to your heart. Let's do that one more time. Reach up. Like you're a waterfall falling over a cliff. Forward fold over your legs. Come just halfway up. This is where you breathe in through your nose if you can. And then you breathe out through your nose. Drop your head. Come all the way up. Rise. And then hands come back to meet your heart. Okay, we'll take this nice and slow. We won't go too fast, and we'll add on a little bit to make a full sun salutation. All right? Reach your arms up, same thing as we've been doing. Like you have wings, arms go wide, chest expands, and drop your head. This will be the same. Lift your heart, your head, your spine about halfway like you're a table with your back. But this is where it changes. Take your hands and place them down. Step your feet back. Oh, our feet are both cracking at the same time. And now drop down to your knees, okay? And then carefully bend at your elbows to lower your tummy, your chest, your heart, all the way down to touch the floor. Good. Now release the tops of your feet. Take your hands back behind you. Keep your fingertips reaching back behind you. Could you lift your feet and your tummy at the same time?
Is this part of it?
I made this up. Okay, and then hands come down underneath your shoulders. We're going to use our strong hands. Push up right onto your knees. Tuck your toes under. And then press up to downward facing dog. We're not here for very long. Tippy toe your feet forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Take your hands to your shins. Lift up halfway. Breathe out all of your air. Forward fold. And then let's touch the morning sky. Reach up. Hands back to your heart. Good. Do you think you could do one more of those?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we're going to do one more just to practice, okay?
Feels nice on my body.
Good. All right. Reach all the way up. Forward fold all the way down. Saying good morning to the sun. Lift your head, your heart, your spine halfway. Touch your hands to the floor. Step your other foot back first. Do you remember which foot step back? Step the other one back first. Just for a moment, be strong like a board in plank. Drop to your knees. Tops of your feet press down. And then your whole tummy comes to touch the floor. Let's do a different back bend this time. You're going to keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Could you lift up? My feet are staying down. This is called Cobra Pose. Nice work. Touch your heart, your chest, your chin back down. We're going into the all fours, tabletop. Press up to your knees. Nice job, Kyle. Keep your toes tucked under. Kyle says downward facing dog feels good this morning. All right, look forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Take your time. Lift your heart. Lift your spine. It's like I could make a little breakfast on your back. Forward fold. Drop your head. Tuck your chin.
I forgot about breakfast.
Yeah, we haven't had that yet. Reach all the way up. Hands come all the way back home to your heart. Remember your special intention here.
Sorry.
That's okay.
There's no way I could do 100.
Tomorrow, Zach, we are going to be doing 108 of those. Right?
I'll probably.
Yeah.
How many do you think?
Or we're going to try. I don't know. So tomorrow we're having a celebration in Cochrane to celebrate the summer solstice, and we're going to do 108 sun salutations outside on a stage in a park with some people. All right, let's shift gears a little bit. Let's do the moon salutation. So tomorrow actually is a really special day because not only is it the first day of summer, it's also a new moon. And I feel like back when thousands of years ago when yogis were practicing yoga and even our ancestors were alive, they used to look at the moon and the sun a lot differently than we do now. So they would get lots of information from when to plant gardens, when to plant crops, when to even celebrate or when to be quiet and still. And we don't really do that as much in our culture as they used to in the olden days, but I think we're getting a little bit more aware of how the sun and the moon actually impact us quite a bit. So tomorrow is a new moon, which is a time to set a special intention for yourself, or just make a plan or some goals for yourself. So let's start doing a moon salutation, okay? So we're going to move around the mat in a circle. We're going to go starting at the front, to the side, to the back, and we'll come all the way back around, okay? All right, step to the top edge of your mat. Take your arms over top of your head. Weave your fingers together and then let go of your pointer fingers like an arrow pointing to the sky. Cross your thumbs. Take a big breath in like you're trying to touch the ceiling with your fingers. And then could you tip to your right? If you get mixed up and go to the left, that's okay. Come back to the middle and then tip to your left. This stretches the side body. This is nice to do after a long day. All right, come back up to center. Take a really wide step to the right. So Kyle, you're going to be facing me. Yeah. And make your heels be in and your toes be out like you're riding a horse. Bend your knees. Sometimes this is called horse pose. Usually it's called goddess pose. Put your arms up like this. So your arms look like stick 'em up arms, like cowboy surrender.
No one surrenders like that.
Yeah. It wasn't me. Okay, sit a little lower into your knees. But if you feel like you're going forward, I want you to soften your knees and rise a little bit, okay?
This pose makes me hungry.
Okay, stay here for a couple breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. One more. Big breath in. Strong legs. Big breath out. Okay, when you're ready to breathe in, straighten everything. Your arms, your legs. You might reposition your feet a little bit. And then open up your chest and slightly fall back. Like you're falling back in to a big cloud. This pose is called 5-pointed star. All right. Now, we do need to kind of know our lefts and our rights here a little bit. It doesn't really matter. But if you know which is your right leg, turn your toes to the back of your mat, bend your right knee, and this foot is just kind of parallel or sideways, and then put your arms out strong. Look over your front hand. This is warrior 2. You might remember this pose. Now straighten your front leg and reach your hands to high prayer over top of your head. Good. Go back to warrior 2. Look over your front hand. Do that again. Reach up. Straighten your leg. Arms go wide. Bend your knee. Let's do one more. This is called dancing warrior pose. Good work. All right. Now take both your hands and put them on your waist, your hips. Good. Turn your back foot so that it's facing the same direction as your front foot. It's like you're standing on train tracks or you're standing on a pair of skis, so your feet are apart. Reach your arms all the way up over top of your head. Cross your thumbs. Now very carefully, you're going to fold over top of your front leg. Your front knee is going to bend as you go down. Your back heel is going to stay in the floor. Good. Separate your hands over top of or on either side of your foot. Good. Do you remember the halfway lift pose where we lifted our head and our heart and our spine? Do that here. And then fold in, bow in towards your leg, your knee one more time. You're doing really good. Lift up. And now drop this knee. This is my left knee. Good. This pose is called low kneeling warrior pose. Reach all the way up, hands over top of your head. And then come all the way down. All right, this is where it gets really fun, okay? This might be a little tricky. We're going to spin to the long edge of the mat. Did you hear my knee? And go. Did you hear my knee crack? It actually felt good. Put your heel down and I'm on my toes. Yeah, Kyle's doing it. Good job. This pose in Sanskrit's called Skandasana pose. All right, now we're going to do a tricky thing. Be careful here. You're going to move right through the center and do the same pose on the other leg. This is a really good pose to open up your inner thigh, your adductors. Okay, ready? We're coming back to the front of the mat where we started. Low kneeling warrior pose. Knee down, arms up. Good job, Kyle. Reach up. Look up with your eyes. And now we do all that on the other side of the body. Take your hands down. Touch the floor. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your knee. And then just hop your foot in one time. Good. Until your heel presses down. Nice. Come up just halfway. Look forward with your eyes. And touch the floor. Bend your knee. Drop your head. Do that one more time. Big breath in. Reach up. Look up. All the air out. Bow over your leg. Now we're going to come right all the way up. Touch the sky with your hands. Yep. And then you're going to spin your back foot so it's sideways. And we're back in Warrior Two, but on the other leg. Ta-da! You can take your front foot even further. Make your hips go even deeper. Nice. Good job. All right, dancing warrior. Front leg straightens, hands over your head. Front knee bends, arms go wide. You can move your eyes from the side to the front. So the moon salutations are good hip openers. You might have already noticed that. Warrior Two. From Warrior Two, take your hands on your waist. Help your back foot to face the same way as your front foot. Remember, it's like we're standing in skis. Zach, have you ever skied before? Has Zach ever skied before? Zach, next time you come to Alberta in the winter, we should take you skiing. I think you would like that. Yeah. So it's like you're standing on skis. Reach your arms all the way up. Well, your feet aren't like this. You're not walking a tightrope. Your feet are apart. Hands over top of your head. And then pivot to face this long edge of your mat again. We're going to open up the chest, fall back. 5-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now make your heels go in. This is the one like you're riding a horse again. Toes go out. Sink your hips down by bending your knees. Bring your hands together to your heart this time. And we're going to challenge ourselves here this morning, okay? Keep your hips low. That means keep bending your knees. And we're going to weave our fingers together right down to the webbing. Now take your hands away from you, but press your hands towards me. Tuck your chin, round your back. Keep bending your knees. Reach your arms towards the morning sky. Or the night sky if you were doing these moon salutations. Now release your arms down. Good, let's do that one more time. This is the challenge part. Hands together. Weave your fingers down to the webbing and then press your inner hands towards me. Look down, tuck your chin. Keep bending your knees, reach your arms up, press up. And then let go. Hands come to the center of the chest. And then straighten your legs, close your eyes. Big breath in. All the air comes out your mouth. Good. All right, step your feet together. And then let's take a sit on the floor. Take the bottoms of your feet to touch together, like this. And then move your bum back a little bit so that the space between your legs gets bigger. Can you make it look like a diamond shape? your legs. Take your hands together just like we did, and then hook them right over top of your feet. And then use your hands on the tops of your feet to gently pull your heart forward. Tuck your chin. This is called turtle pose. Round your spine. Good. Come all the way up. Rise up. And so maybe, Zach, you can let us know which do you prefer better? Do you like doing the sun salutations where you go up and you go down and then you do that little back bend and you go into a down dog? Or do you like doing the moon salutations where we went around, we did dancing warrior and came back through? What do you like better, Kyle?
They're both pretty good.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, probably the sun salutations.
Sun salutations? Okay.
Salutations are fun.
Yeah, a lot of times when I teach the moon salutations, people get a bit frustrated because they are a lot of work in the hips. Okay, let's do one more pose and then we'll finish up our class, okay? Take your one foot in, doesn't matter which one, and just bring it into your inner leg. And then take your two peace fingers and hook them between your first and second toe, and then use your thumb to lock up your peace fingers. Got that? All right. Sit up nice and tall like you're trying to lift your heart towards the sky. Keep this knee fairly bent. Draw your heel in. And then lift your foot. It's called archer's pose. Like you're pulling back a bow and you're going to let go of an arrow. Okay? So try to do that, Kyle. Take your right hand towards your left foot. Pull back. Let go. Good. Okay. Let's do the second side. So this is my right leg. It's going to go out to straight.
This pose does nothing for me.
Well, we're going to do it double. We're going to do both at the same time.
It's just like I'm not open enough to complete it.
Peace fingers. Bend your knee. Keep practicing yoga. You'll get there. Heel comes in towards your bum. And then sit nice and tall. That's important. If you're slouching forward, this pose is going to be harder. All right, lift up, kick out. Pull back the bow. Let go of the arrow. Maybe even this arm could reach back behind you and then your whole chest expands open. Ta-da. Okay. Now we're going to try both. Okay, we're going to do both feet at the same time. So you're going to be sitting on your, in yoga we call them the sit bones or your bum bones. All right, are you ready? Cindy, I really hope you get a picture of this. Both peace fingers, slice, slice, lock up, lock up. You kind of have to walk yourself back a bit. You're not doing it. And just for a moment, you hover here. Then you might take one leg out. Use the tension, so pull your feet back towards you and then try to kick your feet away at the same time. Good morning. Good. All right. Let go. Let go.
That's gonna be really hard for most people.
Let's take a little spinal twist here. Take one hand to one knee. This hand looks like a little dome back behind you. Sit tall. Turn your chest. Turn your eyes. And then switch sides. So use your hands like little spiders to hold on to the floor behind you and your knee to lift your heart and turn your chest. Good. Come back to the center. Take your hands together to touch. Bring them to the center of your chest. So happy summer, everybody. We hope that you find a way to celebrate the solstice tomorrow and maybe have some sort of a new moon intention. All right? So we'll see you soon, and namaste. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks, Kyle.
Bye, guys.
Bye.